Think of what Jesus said to Pilate. He had no power other than to let him go or to crucify him. The power was given to him by God. But Pilate did. First wants to let him go. But does he end up giving in to the crowd and has him crucified? He says to them, those that deliver me to you, sin is greater. So Pilate couldn't wash his hands of it. He had part in it, though his sin was less, because he had first thought to let him go. But he took the power that God gave him. What did he do with God's power? What's Biden doing with the power that's given to him? Where's he getting it from? Dominion, voter machines, the crooked machines, voter fraud that got him to office. Then the sin is greater to those who created the machines. But that don't leave Biden out. His sin's just as great, because he knows what's happened. He knows he didn't win that election. But he's going to accept the power. He's going to use that power. Why would God give this man power and them power? Why does he do give any of us power? It's through him we live, move, have our very being. He gives us all power. What do we do with it? Exposes us for who we are. Exposes him to who he is. Exposes dominion and all those crooked people that rigged this vote. Whether it was just by a machine, or was it by the ballots, or whether it was from other countries manipulating it to satellites and stuff like that, which is coming out. Where's all this power come from? Come from God. Why? To expose the hearts of men. Someone like Trump, where does he get his power from? Some say he's anointed of God. I have no doubt, because he would have no power to do what he did other than if he had power from God. That what he did with that power is a different matter. Like Pilate, at first he could have let Jesus go. He could exercise and use that power to let him go. But changes his mind later. Could Trump do that? After 4 years of the hell that they put him through? He used the power at first. He didn't use that power against him. He could have devoted that 4 years to putting Hillary in prison and pursued that and let the economy go. No, he pursued helping the Americans. Being one of the better presidents of this whole United States we've ever seen. Record-breaking economy, jobs, success. After what they did to him, who knows? He might take that very same power now, turn around tomorrow, and use that power instead of pursuing the economy like he's done. This time, he'll sit there and use that power to prosecute all these people. But he still has his power. Other than apart from God, he wouldn't have no power. None of us got any power unless God gives it to us. If we think it's of our own natural strength, that's where we make our mistake. Paul made that mistake. They all make that mistake. He has no power to work for God the Father. He has an alternative plan and purpose. Apart from his global reset, there's an evil global reset, and there's no global reset that Trump even had in mind. And we see this global reset now being reset again by Biden to undo the global reset that Trump was trying to, Trump was trying to bring out. Which is good and which is evil. Apart from God, it's all evil. If you don't realize where you're getting this power from, the source of your power. So it's just something to reflect on. Who is this man? Who's Joe Biden? Who are you and I? Where do we get our power from? What are we using it for? Fulfill God's purpose, aware, or fulfill God's purpose, unaware? Either way, whose will is being manifested? But is evil doing it? A vessel of honor or a vessel of dishonor? Is manifesting the power of God. Men abusing it or men using it for one reason or another. In the end, who gets the power? Who gets the glory? To him give the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All power reverts back to the Father. Even to Jesus, the Son of God, manifested the Son of Man, didn't seek to glorify himself while he was in the flesh. Later, toward the latter part of his life, he says, now glorify me with the glory we had in the beginning. And God said he gives him all power. So the Son of Man comes back during this tribulation, at the end of this tribulation period, during this millennial reign of Christ, has all power given to him by the Father, the Son of Man, Jesus. And at the end of that millennial reign, the Son of Man, the glorified Son of God, gives all power back to the Father. To God be the glory. Great things he's done. So loved he the world that he gave us his Son to yield in our lives an atonement for sin and to open the life he hath, all may come in. Will all come in? No. What did you do with the power? To whom did you give the glory? What do you have? You haven't received, and you received it. How can you boast in glory though you ain't received it? One plants, one waters. But he that plants, he that waters. There's nothing in this God-given power to plant and water. So it's God who gives the increase. Everything's increasing with the increase of God, whether you know it or not. You want to be increased with it? Are you increasing your degree in a spiral to hell that goes on forever? Is it an upward spiral that goes on forever, or is it or an upward or a downward spiral that goes on forever? It's your choice. Give the power back to the Father.